We've forgotten how to respond to the seasons, forgotten how to respond to what our body is asking us to do, forgotten how to take a pause and slow down. So Raga Svara is hopefully a place to do that.
We try to bring that essence of time to the value of time. How, when you are in a place making, so how you can capture that stillness of time. So that's the kind of places what we are trying to create in Raga.
The site was a farm that the clients used to use it earlier. So there's a lot of trees here. So when we knew this was the site, in fact, the first question was, it's such a beautiful space, and architecture sometimes could be imposing, and we also feel that it is one of the professions that takes up so much of the, the global earth. And in a way, we said, do we even want to build here?
When we thought this place, to develop this place, we had to do the survey of not only the land area, we had to survey all the trees. So once we marked all the footings, we had to make sure that no root of more than 2 inches should be cut. If you find any root more than 2 inches, you have to stop and ask the architects to shift the building.
The whole master plan, in that sense, if you see, it's not a very organized space, and that is because the mystery of the old space has to be kept in a certain manner, and that mystery continues when you go sort of in a very organic way through this space.
This entire, the zoning of trees started to give us some sense of direction on how we would like to go about it. So like the first set of the pupil tree and the banyan tree, so that is, we thought would be a perfect arrival. And we feel in hospitality or in a retreat center, the first reception block or the first lobby kind of sets the tone of what you want them to, understand it this year. We were very particular on our building not to be too imposing, and we wanted our building to be as simple and primitive. A primitive building, what would it have? You have a roof, you have walls, and then you have floors. By floor, we wanted to expand how that the floor could kind of extend out and become part of the landscape, and then connect it and then seamlessly come back inside. So that you could see here or any space, we kind of try to explore that part of it. The wall part, we wanted less of solid walls to be more transparent light. So that kind of gives in all the natural light and also opens up to the wonderful greenery around. And the third is this roof part. So the program itself, what we had is like, so, okay, you want any program, we'll just give you a roof. So that's the idea of these kind of little pavilion kind of structures is, and also to keep it light, we give you a simple roof, which is the fundamental element of a architecture building, I would say.
So from the entry zone, and then where we have a central places where we have existing trees, so there we try to place all our amenities. So based on these location of trees, we have a library block, something like that. And we try to position the pool linking, because we have a library and restaurant, and in between we try to position the swimming pool, something like this.
Pool design, we kind of wanted to work with the idea of a Gujarat step well. So the idea of very shallow steps that reach into the pool area. And the pool is kind of segregated into 3 zones. We have like a very shallow zone where actually, if you want to put your chairs, beach chairs inside with your foot inside the water and kind of feel, a water consistently, that's there. And then this is your little lap pool if you want to have like a smaller lap. And that is like another small fountain and a small plunge pool if you just want to sit around and relax. And the water flowing down, the noise of water. So at any point you come here, you see this water noise and the whole idea of the water reflection, like a sense of calming atmosphere here.
On the western side, we have this toilet block completely covering the west side.
Location of toilets and the treatment of toilets. We kind of not wanted it to be in a dead end of a corridor, but also have a little bit of celebration in the garden by terms of a small little garden of all toilets, which is very an integral part of the wellness center. So you would see that most of the toilets has its own little garden, and we have like a small wash basin which has a backdrop of a mirror and opens to a large garden space with natural light.
The wash basins, usually we try to see the mirror with the reflection of our, but we wanted to try to have a nice green background, and you look at the mirror and you have the dilemma whether it is you're looking at the green or something like that. So the mirrors are suspended from the roof with metal support, and the entire wash basin is done with one single piece of granite resting on top of two simple granites, and all the services, the grey water or inlet is tucked inside, so you don't see any pipe at all. It's just one granite stone and supporting the entire wash basin.
Far end at the rear of the site, we have the treatment rooms and the therapy rooms, and that is more of the heart and soul of the whole project. So we thought the farther it is, the lesser noise, and where it could be much more efficient in what it's intended to do.
So here we are, the entry of the treatment block, therapy block. It's pivoted around this Manipal tamarind tree, a beautiful, nice, large one. This tree always reminds me about my childhood days, where I used to, take those fruits, and to get those fruits, I have to really throw stones and put them in pocket, collect them. So it has a beautiful memory of my childhood days. And we have a nice, really huge cantilever, 16 to 15 feet of cantilever. And then from the cantilever, we have this swing idea, swing which gives you a sense of, again, the childhood memory. Before you enter the block, have a small pocket of seaters, or maybe a rock where you can sit with your partner or a friend, talk about something, or sometime you are alone, you can sit there, think about wasting time, what we talk about, to how to kill time or get lost in time.
We wanted to make sure that there's a lot of Indianness to what we did. So starting from the reception, if you see, we have this really nice, beautiful backdrop, a sense of welcoming when you come in. These are terracotta plates that were done over there.
So something which make people pause, or something which has, or which integrates, or which questions the emotions. What's the base? So that have been the base for all the installation.
Apart from this, you also have the interior soft furnishing and your furnitures, which add a lot of character to the space that you design. And we design this furniture to suit the requirement of each of these zones.
I think every project we start with a nice intention. There is a nice aura when you start any project, but I would say sadly not many projects end with that same aura. I would definitely say Raga is one of those projects which ended with the same aura or energy, positive energy that we started, and thanks to everyone who was part of it. I think it's better experienced than said.